Good morning, everyone. I'm here with Laura.
Ciao.
We are going to do some meal prepping today, so we just went to the grocery store to get some food. Now I gotta follow her to her house, and I will see you guys there. Alright, so I made it back to Laura's house. We set everything out pretty much that we're gonna be cooking for this meal prep. So, I will show you right now. So what we got salmon, tilapia, already pre-seasoned. We've got half chicken breasts, 3 packages of them. This should be about 4.5 meals. We got an onion, broccoli, baby carrots, some hummus, eggs, wheat bread, green beans, cucumbers, bananas, more onions. So that's gonna be, some brown rice. So that's gonna be like the majority of the food. This is mainly gonna be for the daytime meals, so after breakfast, other than the eggs, of course. But I'm basically gonna run her through how to prep everything, portion it out, and all that kind of stuff so she can be set up on the right foot. So let's get started. Alright, so first things first, we're going to prep all of the vegetables. We have 1 head of broccoli. It's gonna take, let's see, we'll actually start with the grains once we're done prepping with this, but the rice is gonna take the longest to cook. It's gonna take about 30 to 40 minutes. So we'll either start with that or end with that. And while we're doing that, we're going to cut up all the vegetables so they're good to go. And that way we can cook it the fastest. We're gonna do sweet potato. We're gonna cut that up and cook it in the oven. The broccoli will probably end up boiling, as well as the green beans once those are all cooked. And then we are going to throw all the chicken and all the fish on the stove at separate times, not the same time. Alright, so we just cut all the vegetables. I washed the green beans. She's preparing all the onions right now. She's about to throw the sweet potatoes in the oven for about 15 minutes, right? You said 15 minutes? We're going to boil the green beans. And then you said, is the broccoli going in the oven with these?
Yeah, after these, because these take a long time.
Okay. So broccoli is going to go in the oven with the sweet potato and some of the onion. And I think some of the onions also going in the green beans. And we will season everything afterwards. But let's go ahead and get cooking. Alright, so we got all the vegetables cooking right now. The stove going, the oven going. Right now I'm prepping the poultry. So I have 2 packets of half chicken breasts. And for convenience, we're gonna cut them into strips and we're gonna cook them like that just because it's easier to portion out. You can cut them into squares, small pieces, whatever you wanna do. You can cook them whole. But for her, that way we can split them up into more meals. We're just gonna cut them into strips. So, and the half breasts, they also cook a lot faster than like a full breast. So that's why I use these. So once these are all cut up to the size we want, I'm gonna throw them in a bowl, and we're just gonna put whatever spices that she wants. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of salt, and then we're gonna add a little bit of Mrs. Dash's. And we're just gonna mix it up and let it sit there for a couple minutes before we put it in a pan. And if we've got a lid, I'll go ahead and cover it to keep some of the moisture in there. But if not, we'll just sit there and cook it on low heat. And that's pretty much the key to keeping your chicken hydrated, I guess, without like getting it super dry. So I'm gonna finish this and we're gonna throw it in a bowl. Take those out. Those vegetables are looking good. Been there for about 15 minutes now. So they're gonna go back in after some salt and pepper. And it looks like our green beans are almost done. We'll go ahead and try them out real quick. All right, so we are cooking the rice now. We're only gonna do a half serving because we have the sweet potato, which is gonna be one of our carb sources. So we're gonna do 1 cup of water. Then we're gonna do a half cup of rice. So yeah, so 2 of those. That's a 1/4 cup. This rice is the best rice. It's California brown rice. Honestly, my favorite. So now that that's in there, we're gonna let it sit on medium heat for right now. Once it gets boiling, we will put a top on it. We're gonna add just a tiny bit of butter, like a ½ tablespoon. And then we're gonna also add a little bit of salt just to give it a little bit more flavor. And honestly, I think it helps keep moisture in the rice longer, especially when these meals could sit in the fridge for like a few days. And I don't want it to lose moisture when I put it in the microwave. So we're gonna add some of that now. All right, so we got the vegetables out of the oven, the green beans off the stove. Green beans are awesome, soft to the bite. The sweet potatoes turned out really good with the onions and the broccoli. We got the chicken all cut up, so that's ready to go. We got some Mrs. Dash's in there with some salt. So those are gonna wait though. We're gonna cook the fish first. That way the pan is fresh with the oil and the fish doesn't stick, and even if the chicken sticks a little bit, it'll be okay. But for this, we got some pre-seasoned salmon at the commissary. So we're gonna cook this first, a little bit on both sides. She's gonna do 1 per meal. So these are probably gonna go with either the green beans or yeah, whatever. And then we also have the rice cooking back there. We got the top on it right now. That'll probably take about 30-40 minutes, so it'll give us enough time to finish the poultry, the fish, and then just really start putting the meals together. And this is where, at this point, I would make sure you have your Tupperware out. So as soon as you can pull stuff off the stove or out of the oven, you can just start putting it in the Tupperware.
You're still put on it. Do you need a fork or something?
No, it should be good. So I left the pan on the heat too long. And I started to burn the oil. This should be okay. We're going to... Oh yeah. That's it right there. That's some hot oil, that's for sure. We're gonna turn that burner down. Alright, so update. I burnt the rice. Yeah, I burnt the rice. Left it in the pan too long, wasn't checking it, so went to go in there and it was stuck to the bottom. Right now, we are recooking said rice, and we've got the chicken strips on there right now. So we mixed it all up with the seasoning, put some non-stick in there, and we're just grilling those out right now. Salmon turned out perfect, and we are starting to get all the veggies and some of the carbs in here. And yeah, we should be done probably in the next 20 minutes, hopefully, depending on how long this rice takes. So I'm gonna get back to that. All right, so the first batch of chicken is out and it looks delicious. It also tastes really good. I tried a piece. We got the second batch in there with the second round of rice as well. And like I said earlier, she's starting to put, we got the salmon done, so this meal is now done. That's good to go. This meal is just waiting for some rice. And then we're gonna put the chicken in those three. And we'll probably have a little extra chicken just because like this is probably enough for 2 meals right here, like 2 smaller meals. So as soon as we're done with this chicken and the rice, we're just gonna finish portioning it out. And that's all we got for this meal prep. All right, so we're cleaning up now. We just finished all of the cooking. And so this is what all of the meals look like. There's only 3 of them here right now, but we've got salmon with sweet potato, broccoli, and onion. We've got salmon with rice and green beans. And we have chicken strips with green beans, onions, and rice. We also have 2 of these meals with chicken instead of salmon. So that's gonna be 5 days worth of food since we just got back, been eating out a lot. So 1 meal a day or 2, however many, depends. But meal prep is done. Woo. Just finished a pretty good arm workout with my boy Scott. He was filming.
I'm the voice behind the man.
He's the voice behind the microphone that will probably get voiced over, so just keep that in mind.
Put some badass music over it, honestly.
I will, don't worry about that. So we're gonna go to the BX now. I need to get protein. I've been back for almost a whole week now, and I haven't bought a bottle of protein. I'm slacking. Gonna grab some dinner, probably play a little bit of Xbox or something. I don't even know. That's gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's the video of Boston's life.